Hello, my darlings. It's Michaela. So today I would like to talk about posture. And this has been a thread that has been woven through many a video without direct or deliberate attention paid to it. Okay? And so this is the cause of many discomfort in the body. And what I want to show you is what things look like, some cues to give yourself in order to get yourself in a certain position, and just to reinforce the fact that this creates ease. Okay, so a lot of people talk about the fact that they kind of they out themselves. They talk about the fact that they don't have good posture. Their shoulders are really rounded. They know they should sit up straight or stand up straight. And that's all well and good to be hard on ourselves about something, but the truth is, I encourage you to do it because it's easier, actually. It will make your body feel better. It will diminish your the likelihood of the back of your body being uncomfortable, being in pain, and it's just simply easier. It looks better, it is stronger, and it's just going to create greater ease of movement. Okay, it's less stressful for the body. You have to work less. So basically, we are designed. Our spine, our head, our shoulders, our hips are really designed to be stacked on top of each other. And so what happens when we are in that position is our skeleton supports our body versus our muscles. When we are off our axis, that's when our muscles have to grip. Okay. Additionally, gravity is something that reinforces that position. So when we are all kind of cockeyed, gravity is just going to push straight down. It doesn't discriminate. So basically, you are increasing the load on your little muscles that aren't meant to support you when you are off your axis. Okay. So I'm just going to show you what this looks like standing. We're going to talk about ways to talk to yourself, to get yourself there, and then what to do seated as well. Okay. So basically, we want to think about things being stacked. Okay. So lots of us are like this a lot of the time. And that is so normal because much of our life is dedicated to things that are in front of us and down. All right. So driving, computer, desk, children, laundry, cooking, whatever it may be. So what we want to think about doing is, instead of letting the world have its way with us, we want to think about us creating a slightly different stance, a slightly different posture in order to greet it most effectively and to feel our best while we are doing it. Okay? So what we want to think about doing, this is such an amazing little cue, which has treated me well as countless others that I've shared it with. But basically what we want to think about doing is just picking our chest up, okay? So there is a bone, a flat bone at the top of your torso, the apex of your ribs, basically, or above the apex of your ribs, called your sternum. And if you think about having a little string on this baby bone, and that being pulled up, that being lifted up oh so effortlessly, what ends up happening is things fall into alignment. Our shoulders go back, our head goes back. Additionally, you may be having a lower back situation, sticking your butt out a little bit more, maybe something that kind of counteracts that. The picking up the chest is the kind of the foolproof one. You may have a slightly different situation in your lower back, especially while standing. So I feel like I can't speak to that directly because I'm not speaking to you directly. But what you really want to think about, which is going to just create a more comfortable body, is just picking up your chest. A lot of people, when they know their posture is poor at that moment, they think, oh, I've got to pull my shoulders back. However, our head is still hanging out in front, which is heavy, which we know because we've all watched Jerry Maguire, correct? So all we want to think about is picking up your chest, all right? And things kind of fall into alignment, all right? Additionally, while we are sitting at work all day long in front of a computer, what we want to think about doing, first of all, So most of us have, our legs crossed, and we're kind of crunched over this this bit of technology, all right? So what I want to encourage you to do is, doesn't have to be all the time. If you do this intermittently, it'll be fantastic, all right? So I want you to think about basically moving your knees apart. What this does is it enables you to get your torso over your pelvis, all right? So you want to think about moving your knees apart and then sticking your butt out, all right? So rather than our legs being together and our lower back being rounded, we want to think about our knees moving apart and our lower back sticking out, all right? And then we're just going to do the same thing with our chest, all right? So we're here, our butt stuck out, we're over our pelvis, yay for that, and our chest is lifted, okay? So when we're at the computer, or we're driving, or we're cooking, or we're reading, or whatever we're doing, and if we need to get closer to something, what I'm going to encourage you to do, rather than collapse like we've known to do, I want you to think about hinging. So basically keeping your back flat, but moving from this point versus that point or this point. All right? So if you need to get closer, think about flexing from your hips. All right? Try and keep your back flat. And that is going to make you feel so much better forever. All right? So thank you. Thank you for your attention. And I'll say it again, but just be in touch. Be in touch if you have more questions, if you adored this bit of information, or if anything else is needed. Okay? So thank you. And until next time.